Did you know that a single 5-minute burst of junk food branding can push you, or your child, to eat roughly 130 extra calories before the day is over, even if no food is pictured?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, and joining me is Alara Sky. Together, we're unpacking how brief exposure to brand-only junk food ads quietly drives overeating in children, and what that means for your family's daily choices.
The study enrolled 240 children, ages 7 to 15, from schools in Merseyside, United Kingdom. Each child participated in 2 sessions, one featuring high-fat, high-sugar, high-salt food ads, and another showing only non-food advertising. The critical detail is that some junk food commercials displayed nothing more than a recognizable logo or color palette.
Researchers then offered each child identical snacking options, fresh grapes or chocolate, followed by lunch selections that included sweet, savory, and healthy dishes. Everything eaten that day was weighed and recorded, enabling a precise calorie tally for ad days versus control days.
The results were striking. On the days with junk food exposure, the children consumed an average of 130.9 additional calories, about the energy in 2 slices of bread. That broke down to roughly 58 extra calories from snacks and 72 more at lunch, proving the advertising effect lingered for hours.
Crucially, ads that showed only company branding were just as effective as ads featuring burgers or fries. Your brain sees a familiar jingle or mascot and instantly associates it with eating, triggering cravings, whether or not the food appears on screen.
The research team also confirmed that the delivery platform didn't matter. Whether the cue arrived via television, a billboard beside the road, a quick audio spot during a podcast, or a flashy social post, the caloric overconsumption looked the same.
Lead author Professor Emma Boyland summed it up. Even short exposure to foods high in fat, salt, and sugar drives excess calorie consumption, especially in young people whose lifelong habits are still forming. That's a sobering sentence for any parent.
Weight status amplified the problem. For each single unit increase in BMI Z-score, a metric adjusting weight for age and sex, children ingested an additional 17 calories after seeing the ads. Put plainly, the heavier the child already was, the stronger the overeating response.
A recent BMJ study separated different classes of ultra-processed foods and tracked tens of thousands of adults for nearly 3 decades. Higher intake showed dose-dependent links with deaths from cancer, heart disease, and all causes, underscoring that convenience carries a heavy long-term price.
For children, the immediate price is felt sooner. Excess sugar and refined carbs spike insulin, promoting fat storage, while emulsifiers and artificial dyes disturb gut microbes that govern mood and immunity. That biochemical chaos explains why pediatricians now see fatty liver disease and type 2 diabetes in grade school classrooms.
Beyond biology, constant marketing shapes beliefs. When every sports hero or cartoon character endorses fries or soda, kids internalize the idea that these products are normal fuel for play and study. Reversing that narrative starts with the examples you set at home and the conversations you hold.
Policymakers are reacting. The United Kingdom plans to ban junk food advertisements on television before 9 p.m. and restrict them online entirely by October 2025. Yet public posters, bus stop signs, and roadside billboards remain legal, loopholes big enough for any corporate mascot to march through.
Catherine Jenner of the Obesity Health Alliance argues that unless lawmakers close those gaps, companies will continue bombarding children with persuasive branding. Regulation is catching up, but it still trails what the evidence already tells us.
Meanwhile, childhood obesity numbers climb. Globally, more than 340 million young people are obese, and in the United States, 1 in 5 children now fits that category. About 14.7 million youths at greater risk for chronic disease.
Those diseases include type 2 diabetes, fatty liver, high blood pressure, sleep disturbances, and premature puberty. Emotional strains, anxiety, low self-esteem, and social isolation often arrive alongside the physical burdens.
A major driver is the overwhelming presence of ultra-processed foods. In an average American diet, At least 61% of calories come from these products. And for many kids, the share is even higher. Each item is formulated with additives and refined carbohydrates that accelerate overeating.
Almost all ultra-processed snacks rely on seed oils rich in linoleic acid. In excessive amounts, this fat oxidizes quickly, stressing your mitochondria and impairing metabolic health. Pair that biochemical stress with relentless branding, and the outcome is predictable.
Remember, policies help, but personal environments are decisive. A home stocked with whole foods and free from marketing clutter sends a stronger message than any regulation. Every meal prepared, every garden snack, every candid talk about advertising builds resilience against manipulation.
Finally, share victories with your child. When they choose fruit over chips after spotting a billboard, acknowledge the decision. Positive feedback strengthens neural pathways that favor mindful eating, making each future choice a little easier.
So how do you defend your household on a daily basis? First, clean up the pantry. Remove packaged foods high in refined grains, seed oils, or added sugars. Cook simple meals at home using grass-fed butter, ghee, or tallow instead of vegetable oils.
Second, involve your children in meal preparation. When they chop vegetables or whisk eggs, they experience whole foods firsthand and build confidence in healthier choices.
Third, limit screen exposure around meals. If a device is on, odds are high that an algorithm will slip in a branded cue at precisely the wrong moment, forging a tight link between viewing and eating.
Fourth, strip branding from your kitchen. Transfer any necessary staples into plain jars and recycle the flashy boxes. Out of sight means fewer subliminal prompts.
Fifth, educate your kids about advertising tactics. Explain that bright colors and jingles are designed to make them want food they don't actually need. Awareness turns manipulation into a teachable moment rather than an invisible push.
Sixth, create a visible, healthy food zone. Keep fruit, sliced veggies, hard-boiled eggs, or cheese cubes at eye level. When a craving strikes, a ready-to-eat alternative is within reach.
Seventh, plan proactively for high-risk exposure times. Before long car rides or extended online sessions, serve a balanced meal with adequate protein, fat, and unrefined carbs. A satisfied stomach blunts the impact of any billboard or autoplay ad.
Understanding these triggers empowers you to steer daily habits instead of letting anonymous marketers steer them for you. 5 minutes of branding doesn't have to dictate the next 5 hours of eating.
Here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, remove all branded junk food packaging from your common areas, stock visible whole food snacks, and track your child's cravings. Notice whether fewer logos translate into calmer appetite signals.
Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.